Cardinals baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. By Safeco Insurance. Do more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting the Motor City Madman Ted Nugent for 2 nights, July 19th and 20th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. It is a Little League day here at Safeco Field, and the tickets went fast. A new record passing across the warning track today. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk, and coming up throughout the afternoon, I'll be giving you updates. We'll see how the guys are doing down on the farm. We will recap the Mariners draft. And, you know, the Mariners were tuckered, after their 16-inning affair. The Texas Rangers played 18 yesterday. How did they do? We will let you know. I'm hoping that we only see 8.5 innings today. We would prefer not to play the bottom of the ninth. And with the king on the mound and court in session, I would say the chances are really good. His first pitch is next.
Nothing like being a little leaguer or parent walking on a major league field, and that's what folks got a chance to do today coming into Safeco Field. And today the Mariners wrap up a 4-game series with the New York Yankees, trying to even it at 2-2, and in the process taking a season series at 4-3. Welcome everybody to Safeco Field. Yep, Kings Court in session. Felix Hernandez on the mound. Glad you're with us as the skies have opened up very nicely, as sun breaking through the clouds. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew, and we are ready for action with Brett Gardner leading off against Felix Hernandez.
Just a perfect day for baseball.
And
weather
timing
is good. Little leaguers are here. The place is packed. Felix on the mound.
And how about the timing, right? Because in the last, 40 minutes, the clouds, it was a blanket. totally enveloping the area.
A little sunshine now.
Happy Sunday, everybody. First pitch is down low for a ball. Mike Malinsky at home plate. Mike Winters at first. Mark Wegner at second, and Laz Diaz at third. Hit hard, base hit, right field.
Rest of the lineup for the New York Yankees today following Gardner. It will be Robinson Cano. Have to be careful with him. He's done a lot of damage this year. You can see what he's done against Felix, a 372 average in his career. Then it's Teixeira, Hafner, Wells. Ichiro moves up. He will hit 6 today. Nix, Brignac, and Stewart rounding out the 9 for the Yankees. Felix Hernandez this year, 13 starts for him, 7-4 record, 2.5 ERA. It's a great ERA for him. 95 strikeouts to just 17 walks. It's been a big key. 234 average against for the season on Felix.
And aggressive deep drive left center field, caught out there by Ibanez, retagging second and retreating is Gardner, and he's back safely.
So a fine running catch for Raul Ibanez. Let's take a look at the rest of the defense, brought to you by T-Mobile. In center, it will be Michael Saunders. Jason Bay out in right field. And the normal infield now, you have Seager at third. Ryan and Franklin playing up the middle. Liddy, the first baseman today. Smoke on the DL. Morales Hurd is back. He's the DH today. Kelly Shopik will do the catching this afternoon. Felix against the White Sox in his last outing, 7 1/3. Gave up 4 runs. They were earned. Only walked 1 batter. Had 8 strikeouts in that outing.
16th start career against the Yankees. Down low to Mark Teixeira, 311 hitter against Felix with 5 homers, 9 runs batted in, but Felix has struck him out 13 times.
Well, as you know, for Felix, the first couple innings usually a key for him. And Gardner getting that base hit, and they look like Cano was maybe going to find a gap, but fine running catch by Ibanez. If he can catch a break or 2 in the first inning, he usually settles down after that, and it's pretty tough to beat, so hopefully that will be the case today.
Felix here at Safeco against the Yankees in 7 previous starts, 3-3 with a 4.14 ERA, and in total in his last 3 done well, as we showed you earlier, 2-0 with a 1.21. It is a foul ball, not by a heck of a lot either. 1-2.
Felix in his outing against the Yankees in New York earlier this year. 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run. He had to throw some pitches, though. 97 pitches to get through the 6 innings. The Yankees will do that to you. It's a veteran club. They'll make you work. So hopefully he can stay on top of his game, get them swinging the bats a little bit earlier in the count today so he can go deeper on this one.
1-2 to Teixeira. Runner goes. Great break. Throw, no throw by Shopik. Dropped on a transfer and a stolen base by Gardner. And for Gardner, another stolen base, his 10th.
I don't think Kelly Shopik had much of a chance. You can see how good the jump was by Gardner.
Team best, 10th stolen base. The pitch was a ball to Teixeira. 2-2. And Kelleher had to do a little 2-step. For 5 day for Teixeira. Yesterday in a 3-1 win by the Yankees. Win number 250 for Andy Pettitte. Same day as one of his sons, Josh, was drafted by the ball club. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 14th time Felix is K'd. Mark Teixeira 2 down.
This is a good fastball from Felix, showing some velocity here early. This is 95 miles an hour with some good run off the outside corner. Teixeira chases it. Look at that, 95. 4-seam grip for Felix on that fastball, but it moves like a 2-seamer.
So 2 outs, man at second. Good pitch there by Felix Hernandez. First strikeout of the afternoon. Travis Hafner stands in. Hafner with 10 home runs, tied with Vernon Wells for second place behind Cano in the ball club. Gardner, exceptional speed at second base with 2 down. Up high, 2-0. Big crowd today. We had 38,252. They're going to beat that by a lot today. 2-0 here to Hafner. Back for the strike, 2-1.
Take a look at the velocity. Fastball with Felix. See, the averages have really gone down, especially this year. 234 from 307 average back in 2011. Numbers on his fastball. I think again it's that movement. Some of the velocity seems to be coming back too. As we mentioned, he's already thrown 95 miles an hour. I think Felix could throw 95 a lot more often if he wanted to, but that movement, stuff some ground balls. The guys play a little bit behind. You don't need to throw 95 all the time.
Let's get a 2-1 pitch. Fouled off.
See the last few fastballs at 93.
Down in the Kings court, you can see down the left field foul line. Good crowd, sun drenched today. Clouds starting to cooperate and get out of the way here. Felix set with the 2-2 now. He and Shepik not on the same page. Season series tied at 3-3. Last time we'll see the Yankees here in 2013, 2-2. Full count. Vernon Wells on deck.
Felix tried to paint a fastball in the inside corner. It was close, but looked like he just missed. Wouldn't be surprised if he comes back with his changeup now, even though it's a 3-2 count. He set up for the changeup with that good fastball in on the hands of Hafner.
3-2. Gardner at second. Pitch to Hafner. Foul off. Little League Day, and
a lot of teams represented today here.
Yes, indeed. Chemical, it might be the first of many.
Oh, it will be.
Pay it off again here to Hafner. And tight off the plate, walked him. 2 on now for the Yankees, 2 outs in the first. Take a look at the American League strikeout leaders. Impressive list. Yu Darvish, Max Scherzer, Anibal Sanchez, and Felix, followed by Justin Verlander.
Pretty early, really. Ahead of the pace, I guess. Get to 100 today. Certainly he'll have 4 more strikeouts in him today to join that club. The other 2 gentlemen that have 100 strikeouts on the year.
Vernon Wells. Popped it up, back up this way. Ooh, what happened? Mike Malinsky.
I'm not sure if Kelly got a piece of him,
or did the blade of grass get him, or what?
Maybe. Yeah, the cut of the grass. It looked like he's kicking at the sod back there.
Kelly and Vernon giving him the business, and I'm sure Les Diaz, Mark Wegner, and Mike Winters will do likewise between innings.
That's all when he fell over. I thought he was still fairly close to Kelly, so I wasn't sure if Kelly ran into him going back on the foul ball. But it looked like with the way he was kicking at the grass that maybe he slipped on something.
0-1. Take a look what happened to Mike. He's okay. He's okay. Whoa.
No. I would say that was on his own.
A lot of times doing football, that 20-yard line will raise up and that hand will come out and get that goal. 1-1.
Another good fastball at 94 up out of the strike zone. Vernon Wells on the year 241, 10 home runs, 25 RBIs, but he has really been struggling as of late.
290 when we saw him back in May. .301 when we were there May 16th. I believe that was the finale of that series. Swing doesn't have the same rhythm he had before.
No. It's part of it. Hitters, you can see him not going to stay hot all the time.
2 strikes, 2 on. 2-2.
Well, Felix now 20 pitches here in the first.
Base is wild. 2-2. Full count now. Was it 2 starts ago? He went 35.
Yeah, it was 2 starts. No, 3. I think 3 starts ago.
Remember, that was a struggle. 3 starts ago would have been Texas. Here.
Yeah, that has to be at 5 2/3. He threw 114 pitches in 5 2/3. Again, 35 of those coming in the first inning.
May 25th. Was a struggle. Payoff pitch here, 2 on. Pitch to Wells. Runners go. Lost them. Bases loaded. Bases loaded for Ichiro.
And look at his splits. 22 pitches so far. 11 strikes, 11 balls. Those are not good splits, but for Felix, it's not unusual to see him throw a lot of pitches in the first, and when you're facing a veteran club like the Yankees are, they will make you work.
It's been their trademark.
Yes.
22 pitches, 5 batters. My goodness. 2 full counts. Back to back. Ryan directing Franklin to come closer to second base. Couple steps to his right. First pitch to Ichiro. Up high. Ball 1. Felix walking off the mat, give himself a talking to.
And trying to regroup.
To Ichiro, the base is loaded. Bang and a miss. 1-1.
He's had a good career with the bases loaded, a .402 average and 4 grand slams for Ichiro.
Big pitch, 1-1. Slap foul. Strike away from getting out of it. They get Gardner at third, Hafner's at second, and Wells at first. A rocky first inning here for Felix Hernandez. Couple of walks, a base hit and a stolen base. 1-2 to Ichiro. Hey, struck him out. Felix Hernandez rallies very nicely when he really needed it. Strikes out Ichiro. Nothing across for the Yankees. The Mariners coming to bat. unfortunate little leaguers here at the ballpark today, watching the Mariners take on the Yankees in the season and series finale between these two teams. See what the Mariners can do against David Phelps after Felix survives a very rough first inning. Take a look at the Mariners batting order.
And for the Mariners, a couple of changes in the lineup today. Jason Bay will lead off. Nothing strange about that. But Nick Franklin moves up to hit second. He swung the bat well since being recalled. 275 average. And how about Kyle Seager? 12-game hitting streak for him. He's got an average of 290 now. And it's Morales, the DH today, hitting cleanup. Abanya is chopping. Saunders, need to get Saunders going. He's hitting seventh. Liddy getting his first start. He's at first base hitting eighth. And Brendan Ryan rounding out the ninth for the Mariners. Take a look at David Phelps. 4-3 record, a 4.15 ERA for him. Opponent's average 238. He's given up 4 home runs this year. A lot of walks, though. 24 walks, 56 in the third.
First pitch from Phelps off the plate to Bay. Ball 1. Phelps, 26 years old, out of St. Louis, Missouri. Played his college ball at University of Notre Dame. 5-5 with a 4.65 his junior year back in 08. A nice pace, 1-2.
He has a decent fastball. He'll be around 90, 91 miles an hour. It's a pretty good run to it. Mix in a slider and a changeup.
2. By Bay, full count. On deck, Nick Franklin. Well hit. Left field. It is going foul. Beautiful day. Great crowd here at Safeco Field. 3-2 to Bay. That was a base hit. Good start. Jason Bay coming up a 1-for-4 effort yesterday. Gets the Mariners off to a fine start here.
Yeah, back-to-back fastballs. The first one he pulled foul up in the Kings Court area. And that one, solid base hit in the left field. Take a look at the team mobile defense for the Yankees. Vernon Wells in left, Gardner in center, Ichiro out in right. And on the infield, Nick's at third. He'd been playing shortstop at third now. And you have Brignac, the shortstop, Cano and Teixeira on the right side of the infield. And Chris Stewart will do the catching today for the Yankees.
Here's Nick Franklin batting in the 2-hole for the first time. He's 7 times batting 6th and 4 times batting 7th. Looks at strike 1.
It's a good spot for him. He can do a few things for you. Switch hitter. Can run. Has a little bit of pop. I don't see him try to handle the bat as far as bunting goes yet, but I think he's up there to swing it. I don't think he's necessarily going to be giving himself up.
Behind 0-2 now. CO2. Good job by Stewart to keep it in front. Ball 2 strikes. And 2. Bay, not a big lead. 2-2. I think one thing. Watch Franklin. He knows what he's looking for.
He's a good idea of the strike zone. We've seen him get some walks here early since being called up, so he'll take some pitches.
Ooh, bang lead and got him. Yep. One out.
Quick feet by Phelps. Catches Bay leaning, and you can see why. He's tough to run on. A little note for you. Not a lot of stolen base in his last 97 innings pitched. So, and you can see why with those quick feet. Keep you close over there. You better pay attention, or he will do that. He also has a pretty good slide step to home to give the catcher a chance to throw you out.
Franklin rolls over on one. Cano's got it. Throws him out. 2 down. Bring up Kyle Seager's got a 12-game hitting streak riding. His batting average up to 290. Entering today, 290, second only to Kendrick Morales is 298.
This is the second double-digit hitting streak he's had this year already. Here we are.
Yeah, 16, right?
Yeah, here we are in the first week of June. Been consistent, that's for sure.
Certainly no more clutch performance in the Grand Slam to tie the game up the other day against Chicago. That's for sure. Man.
Never been done before. Hit a Grand Slam to tie the game in extra innings.
Tell his kids. We're talking the history of Major League Baseball. Nobody's done it.
It's amazing, isn't it? When I first heard that, I couldn't believe it. Grand Slams have been hit in extra innings, but then typically to win it.
Speaking of extra innings, you saw last night Toronto beat Texas 4-3 in 18 innings. It took 5 hours and 28 minutes. Yesterday, Miami 2-1 over the Mets in 20 innings, 6 hours and 25 minutes.
That was a strange game. Woo. Think about that. How about the Mets? 0 for 19.
I know.
And the Marlins were 2 for 4 and win the game.
The other game, Toronto was 2 for 17. 1 for 19 for Texas runners in scoring position. Seager works a walk. First, second Mariners base runner. First walk by Phelps.
Curtis, let's let me know that the Mets and Marlins are now in the 10th inning today.
Oh boy. Top 10 Marlins score 2.
Oh, those pitching staffs looking right now.
Sean Markham went 8 innings of relief last night.
Yeah, 8 innings, gave up 1 run and took the loss.
Ouch.
Thanks for the effort.
Ouch. Faced 28 batters in that 8 innings. Here's Kendrick Morales. Saw Kendrick in a hallway today. I always enjoy watching smoke the cigars. I said, how you feeling with that back? I didn't smoke a cigar yesterday. I got to go smoke one. This was during pregame. Back stiffened up on him yesterday. Great training staff was able to get him fixed up so he could swing. Here's Cano backing up. So he's got to play, and that'll do it. Nothing across for the Mariners here in the first. No score here at Safeco Field. Monster Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. See if Felix Hernandez can tighten things up here in the second inning. A lot of pitches in that first inning. Managed to get out of a bases loaded situation with a big strikeout of Ichiro. Couldn't draw it up any better. Good looking day. Clouds have cut us a break and let the sun shine through.
You mentioned the 26 pitches that Felix threw in the first. The good news with him is he has the ability to get some ground ball out. So hopefully have a couple of quick innings. Ooh, ate him up.
Sure did. Right off the bat of Jason Nix. Could be a base hit.
I think if Nick had to do it over again, he would have tried to backhand it. Looked like he tried to get his body in front of it, which made it an awkward play with his glove hand, as opposed to just trying to backhand this ball right through the legs. Be a base hit. Back-to-back leadoff hits for the Yankees. Gardner led the game off with a hit in the first, and now it's Nix with a base hit.
Reed Brignac got into yesterday's game late. Defensive replacement. A lot of early swinging in accounts here, Mike.
That's typical with Felix on the mound. We see that from a lot of clubs, and they want to have success against him. They feel that they have to swing the bats early. They don't want to fall behind, have to deal with that great changeup that Felix has. So then you'll see him swinging at his fastball early. The key is getting that fastball at the bottom of the strike zone so we can get some ground balls with it. That first pitch fastball right there was right down the middle.
Brignac and Chris Stewart. 7, 8, 9 here in the second inning. Oh, and 2 here to Brignac, former Rocky at Tampa Bay Ray. Homestand continues. 3 more games after today. The Houston Astros are in town, and the Mariners looking forward to taking on those guys. Astros, 4 out of 6. The Astros have taken from the Mariners here in Houston. Here's the 0-2. All 2 strikes. Following the end of the homestand, Mariners take off Thursday. 3 games in Oakland, 4 in Anaheim, then right back here. See the A's for 3, Pittsburgh for 2. The Chicago Cubs for 3. Next thing you know, the All-Star break will be upon us. Next road trip is Texas, Cincinnati. Next homestand after that, 4 with Boston, 3 with the Angels, and then the All-Star break in July. 1-2 here to Brignac. Just outside. Take a look at the EQC tracer. Right call by Mike Malinsky. Most deliberate I remember Felix being in a very long time.
He's deliberate. It's typically early, and it's because he struggles with the strike zone early on.
Runner goes. Throw by Shopik. Dropped on the transfer. Stolen base for Jason Nix. And for Nix, that's his 8th. He's 8 for 8.
Well, a couple things in this game early on. We know the Yankees are going to be aggressive at the plate, and they're also going to be aggressive on the base. The second stolen base. They're going to force the issue, try to get a run or 2 early off of Felix.
Count runs a 3-2 to Brignac. Right in scoring position, Jason Nix. Swing on and missed, strikeout number 3 Felix Hernandez. Important first out here in the second inning.
And this looks like the great changeup from Felix. 90 miles an hour. Tremendous movement on that pitch.
Bring up Chris Stewart. 1 for 4 yesterday. First pitch to Stewart. Just outside. A couple of dads sporting. Granddad too. And get the good seats here at Safeco Field. Line foul. A lot of runs scoring in Boston. They split a doubleheader, just hammering each other last night. Right now, Boston 10-3 in the 8th. The Angels bat with 2 on. Bunt and a good one. Everybody's safe.
That was a smart play by Stewart. Taking a peek down at Kyle Seager, seeing that he was playing back, and drops a bunt. Move the runner up to third and get yourself a base hit. Still just 1 out.
Topic of our conversation a couple of days ago.
That was a perfect one there.
Textbook. Now with 1 out, runners at the corners. Infield's got to come up closer. Gardner with a single and a stolen base to lead off the ballgame. Strike 1.
Nix has good speed at third. Gardner flies at the plate, so turning the double play would be difficult with him. Everybody having to shorten up on the infield.
I got mainly Kelly shot.
Yeah, foul ball on the check swing. Somebody gets a piece of the arm of Kelly.
Guys earn their money, don't they?
They certainly do. We talk about it all the time with the amount of abuse they take. It's a miracle that they can hit it all.
0-2. Oh boy, he's talking
a lot of English on that,
baby.
A good thing, because if that stayed fair, it would have been another base hit. Gardner's going through some lumber in this series, hasn't he?
Remember that? How about yesterday? 3 hits, all broken bat hits. A double, and a single. Press 1 for representative.
Typically, you go out on the road, gone for a week. You usually take, I don't know, 10, 11 bats with you. He's getting to the end of it.
No doubt about it. It's only the first series of this roadie. 0-2. Outside. You still have Oakland and the Angels. They have to come back to the West Coast one more time against the Dodgers and the Padres.
There you go. A lot of pitches for Felix working here in the second inning. 40 pitches already.
One and 2 to Gardner. Runners at the corners. The Yankees had them loaded in the first inning. They threaten again here. 1-2. Ball outside. Felix disgusted with himself. 2-2.
It doesn't look real sharp right now.
No.
And I think over in the Yankee dugout, Joe Girardi has to be thrilled. Even though he would like to have a run on the board right now, just seeing that pitch count going up on Felix. He's liking it from his offense. If they can get him out of the game a little bit earlier, the less you have to see him, the better your chances.
Crowd a lot stunned, not a little, a lot stunned. 2-2. Up the middle, base hit. That'll get a runner. 1-0 Yankees. Knicks scores. Down to second is Stewart. RBI for Gardner's 27th. It's 2 for 2.
He's having a good series, that's for sure. Dave mentioned 3 hits yesterday, already 2 hits in his first 2 at bats today, and this one picks up an RBI for him.
Now you got to deal with Cano. But after the first pitch he saw last time, his first time up, fly to left.
He hit it hard. It was a good running catch by Raul Ibanez out in left center.
Franklin flips to Ryan. Easy double play. The damage limited to a run. A runner left. Felix trying to sort things out. 1-0 Yankees. Up there, series time now for AT&T trivia question. Which Hall of Famer was signed out of Weiser, Idaho, which is on the Oregon border on the Snake River just outside of Boise, where he worked for the local telephone company? Earl Averill, Carl Hubble, Mordecai Three Finger Brown, but the nicknames, and Walter Johnson, the big train. You don't hear good names like Mordecai anymore. Hey, Morty! Earl, boy, that's a good one. He dug deep for this one, didn't he? Earl,
yes.
Because of my fondness for nicknames, I'm going with Mordecai Three Finger Brown.
We'll go with Carl Hubble. No reason. Just a guess.
Outstanding pitcher with the New York Giants. There's Raul Ibanez to lead it off. Ibanez, Shopik, and Saunders here in the second against David Phelps. One to Raul. Saw Mariano Rivera say goodbye to him. Said he wanted no part of Mr. Ibanez last night. Oh, Raul's got too much thunder in his stick. I saw that last year in the playoffs.
Dramatic thunder.
I wasn't going to throw to him. Said he wanted to kick. I wanted to kick. They knew he hadn't seen me before. I was going to take my chances with him. I said, yeah, that's why you've saved 630 games.
There you go. We were talking about it during the telecast. It was fairly obvious that's what was going on. Yeah.
Hey, Raul, if you want to hit it, I'm just going to throw it up. So he just smiled when I said, yeah, you were pitching around him, and he just laughed. That was funny. Raul, good friends.
It's quite a compliment to Raul.
Yes, it is. Mariano said he's going to build a church just north of New York City. Very religious man. He's one of the really good people.
His wife's a pastor. Right?
Yep. Ground ball. Cano flips to get him. Early balloting. Right with me with Mordecai three-finger Brown and you with Carl Hubble.
Yeah. Carl Averill. That's a good one too. They like him.
Yeah.
27% so far. I was listening to Aaron Goldsmith's interview with Mariano. They played the second part of it today on the radio, and I was listening to it, and he was talking about his cutter. He said one day he was playing catch, and it just started cutting, and he said of all things they tried to fix it.
Yeah, right.
Couldn't do it.
They tried to fix the greatest pitch in baseball history, for crying out loud. Trying to Dr. Ted Williams' swing. Hey, coach, come here for a second. Come here. Can I have a word with you?
Well, it sounded like at the time he was a little concerned about it too. Got to be one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
Now back by Kelly Shopik, 1-2.
Chris was telling me that article that George Steinbrenner wanted to trade him in '96 for Felix Fermin.
Wow. Felix Fermin.
Fermin was with the Mariners. Apparently Steinbrenner wasn't sure Derek Jeter was ready for the big leagues at the time. Sometimes the best trades are the ones you don't make, Dave.
There's a lot of them. Picks you don't take. Mike Harkey is the bullpen coach for the Yankees. I understand what between Harkey and Griffey.
A lot of people in the Mariners front office wanted to take Harkey, who was a dominant college pitcher at the time.
Had a good career in the bigs. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to the Hall of Fame. Trades you don't make. DiMaggio for Williams. Go back and read all the clippings about the talks about that possibility. Saunders on deck. Let's see Kelly Shopik get a rest yesterday, although he did come in late in the ninth inning. He has turned in yeoman's worth plus this week. 16 inning affair, and come right back the next day.
I thought it was great to see Brandon Bance get a chance to catch. Sucre still walking around with that splint on his arm.
3-2. Brandon Bance, I like what Jen talked about. Les Diaz told him, hey, tip your cap so we can get this thing going. Fans give him a nice ovation. That Mariner Vision had up on the board.
It was really cool.
That was very good. Fouled off. Sucre injured on Tuesday. This is his last action. He was catching Felix against the White Sox. Mariners won at 7-4. You're not going to get it. It's not worth. It's only in baseball. It's not worth it. Emergency Services has other things to do. Down the line. That's going to get that for base hit. Kelly Shopik into the corner. Hard-working catcher. A one-out double here in the second.
And he worked hard during this at-bat. On the ninth pitch, he gets that double. Had to foul off a number of pitches before he finally had one he could handle. Take a look at it. It looks like a fastball. It is two-seam fastball. Get their first runner in scoring position in the game with that double.
Second hit, and for Kelly Shopik, he's got a half a dozen doubles now. Well, here's a guy, Michael Saunders, who would present a thesis that it's time that my bat heat up again, because it has been a tough go. 10 for his last 75 over his last 20 games. Strike one.
I think sometimes for Michael, watching him, he's so intense about everything that he does, which is one of the things that you love about him as a player, but at times it can be counterproductive. And I think he puts a lot of pressure on himself.
Bouncing ball to Cano. 2 down. Down to third goes Shopik. Friday, June 28th, Mariners salute the biggest blast in Mariners history. Part of the first fireworks night at Safeco Field. Comes after the game against the Cubs, and the Mariners are going to put on a post-game show, including a video and fireworks. A great display for the Mariners for their home runs. It's celebrating Mariner home runs, so you're bound to have a blast. Get your tickets right now, Mariners.com. Opportunity here for Alex Liddy. On the season, 0 for 6, appearing in his 4th game since being called up. Now it's going to have to hit a breaking ball at some point.
I would agree, but right now he's in a good count to get a fastball, hopefully. Brendan Ryan waiting on deck, and Brendan's been a hot hitter for the Mariners. You're right. He's been seeing a steady diet of them. It's early last year, right?
After the grand slam.
Yeah. Back with a break ball and missed with it.
Just a bullet grand slam. He hit it, what, just above the hand-operated scoreboard. It was a little bit lower last year against Texas. You talked about the book. Once they get a book on you, got to rewrite the chapter. You have to rewrite another chapter.
Well, it's one of the things you do throughout your career is make adjustments, and there's a good walk for him.
Yep. Second walk issued by Felix. First and third for the Mariners. Brendan Ryan coming up with 2 outs. Nice walk by Alex. Brendan Ryan trying to keep a little thing going. He's had hits in 17 of his last 24 games. 5 for 16 on the homestand.
This latest run, he's brought up his average hitting with runners in scoring position. He's 273 now with runners in scoring position. A much better job in these types of situations. A big 2-out base hit to drive in a couple of runs 2 days ago. He would really like to have that pitch back. Fastball,
sure
91 right down the middle.
Yes, it was.
There you go, 2 outs with runners in scoring position. Even a little bit better, 278 average.
Good for him. He was aggressive on that swing.
And you can see our EQC tracer where the location of that last pitch was right in the middle of the plate.
Ooh, boy. That'd be one of the first things we'll probably talk about tomorrow. Bouncing the ball. Smothered. Everybody safe. Mariners have tied it up here in the second inning. Base hit for Ryan. RBI for Ryan. And the score's tied at 1-1. Brignac did a nice job to smother. Couldn't get it out.
Well, just a matter of whether he can get it by Nix, the third baseman. Once it gets past him, it would have been tough to get anybody. Diving effort. Try to get Liddy going into second base. I would advise Alex to slide next time. He ran hard, but almost ran past the bag.
Ooh, that's dangerous. Ryan's 14th RBI. Another 2 out. RBI. Now Bay hit the ball hard to left. Looks at strike one. He got a single to lead off the home first and was picked off by Phelps. Sixth batter to the plate here in the second inning for the Mariners. One. Phelps working at polar opposite pace of Felix Hernandez. Swing and a miss. 2. They can keep it going. Nick Franklin's on deck. Manager of the Yankees since 08. Pickoff. Cano coming back, trying to get Liddy.
Most of the time in that situation, you can see the second baseman, but with this shift on that they have for Bay, Cano's playing over on the shortstop side of second. Doubt that Alex can see him.
2 outs, 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Mariners do tie it. RBI by Brendan Ryan. We got a 1-1 ball game on a sunny Sunday in Seattle. For the whole family, it's coming up at Safeco Field. BECU Family Nights. Mom, Dad, and the whole gang. Pick up view level seats for only $10. Cheer on Felix, Raul, and the Mariners. Next event's coming up tomorrow, 7:10 against the Astros. Pick up your tickets. $10 tickets. Visit Mariners.com/specials. This Sheriff, check swing. It's a strike. Start off the third.
Couldn't see the Mariners offense come right back and get that run back for Felix. Tie the game up. See if they can get him to sharpen up a little bit.
Struck out 3s, walked 2, left the bases loaded in the first. Gave up a run and stranded a runner in the second.
Oh, he's thrown 43 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. 26 in the first, 17 last inning.
Two and one, Mark Teixeira.
Looks like he's trying to find that breaking ball. He hasn't been able to get it over for a strike. He's throwing it hard like he typically does, but He's missing down out of the strike zone with it. Good fastball went on the hands of Teixeira.
2-2 Teixeira, Travis Hafner, and Vernon Wells 3, 4, and 5 here for the Yankees. Foul ball. Two. Just got a piece.
That was a good changeup. Talking about his pitch count, here is leadoff hitter. This will be the 7th pitch of this at bat coming up for Teixeira.
Check swing. Charging is Franklin. Throws him out. Here's Angie Mente.
Hey guys, the MLB draft wrapped up yesterday. Today we are taking stock, and lots of storylines coming out of this one. A couple of brothers taken, brothers Taylor and Justin Snyder in the 34th and 36th rounds. Their father is the hitting coach in Double-A Jackson. But 40 players taken all 15 states and Canada. 5 players from the state of Washington, 2 from Oregon, 27 college, 12 high school. A little bit later we'll break down the draft by position. Fellas?
All right, Nancy, thank you very much. There's Travis Hafner with 1 out, nobody on. The drafted players expected to be in town the next couple of days. Get a chance to speak with them, see them down around the batting cage, maybe see some of them take some BP. Swing and a miss by Hafner. Houston lost this afternoon at Kansas City 2-0. A's lost at the White Sox 4-2. Big boy pop-up. Shaw picks under it. Seager calls him off. Makes the play. Much better angle for Kyle on that one. It's known as the end of your game tonight. Root Sports Game 4. They have it right here. The 95 American League Division Series against the Yankees. Relive all the great moments as the Mariners refuse to lose on Edgar Martinez's 7 RBI night. We're going to hear from Lou Piniella, Norm Troutman, and many more. We're going to look back at one of the great comebacks in playoff history. Quick 2 outs. Tie score here. Safeco Field with 2 down. The hitter's going to be Vernon Wells. Vernon walked in a 3-2 pitch in his first at bat. Texas beats Toronto 6-4. Bouncing ball, nice hop to Seager. That's a quick, crisp inning Felix and the Mariners are looking for. 1-2-3 go the Yankees in the 3rd. Coming up, it'll be Franklin, Seager, and Morales looking for more runs. 1-1 ball game in the third. Yankees and the Mariners. Let's revisit our AT&T trivia contest, shall we? Which Hall of Famer was signed out of Weiser, Idaho, where he worked for the local phone company. I went with Mordecai Three Finger Brown. Mike went with Carl Hubble. Fans went with Carl Hubble. Survey says Big Train, Walter Johnson. Signed in July of 07, made his big league debut in August. Of course, 417 wins, second only to Denton True Cy Young. That's a good one. So, Big Train, Walter Johnson. And about the other Hall of Famer from Idaho is Killer Herman Killebrew. High drive, center fielder Gardner's going to get under. Rick Franklin retired. Shocking. The Pen, plenty of commerce on a Sunday afternoon under the sun in Seattle.
It looked like it was packed out there at 11 o'clock this morning.
Probably because it was. That's a remarkable, find. It was a great idea. It's been executed beautifully, and the people love it.
It's worked out great.
That's a good reason why we have the postgame show out there, too. Plenty of sizzle. Thought that was Hindu out there. It looked like it. Kyle Seager looks at ball one. He walked his first time up. Brendan Ryan tied this game up in the home second. The ball in a hole, smothered by shortstop Reed Brignac. He couldn't make a play. Everybody was safe. Rhino picked up an RBI. Mariners saw the Yankees take the lead in the top half of the second on an RBI by Brett Gardner, who's 2 for 2.
Kyle trying to extend his hitting streak to 13 games, his second double-digit hitting streak this year. And the average up to 290 now. 290 with 8 home runs.
Off the fist, popped up. Nix takes a look. Didn't quite come back to him. 1-2. Detroit beat Cleveland 4-1 today. That team's rolling. Seems like every other highlight is Torrey Hunter shooting a bullet to right field, Cabrera launching, and then fielder putting one in the gap. Bounced up there today. I know you always like to follow Mr. Cabrera. 0 for 3 with the run scored. Batting average sags to 363. Fielder with 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Full count here to Kyle Seager. 1 out, nobody on. Kendrick Morales is up next. Time call.
Felix was able to get Kyle to swing through a couple of changeups. See how much he likes the changeup, but he's willing to throw it 3 and 2.
Missed it. That's a third walk issued by Phelps. 1 out, 1 on. Time for a CenturyLink to what's next. Houston Astros come to town. There's your pitching matchups. Puchel, Norris, and Lyles against Iwakuma, Harang, and Bonderman. Well, you get a tip of the cap and a nice bounce back by Jeremy Bonderman in his last outing. Wow. It was impressive.
It was impressive, and a little bit of time, get some more bullpen work in, sharpen up even more.
Harang didn't have a good game, but Saunders did yesterday. Just didn't get any run support. We talked about this yesterday. Joe's pitching a heck of a game. He labored a little bit. He gets to the bench. Andy Pettitte goes after, goes 1, 2, 3. Joe barely caught his breath. He's back out there again.
Well, I think he definitely had to work harder than Pettitte did yesterday. Pettitte was pinpoint with his control, but again, I think that Joe, he pitched well. Give him a few runs and probably picks up another win. He pitched well enough to get the win.
agree with that. 6 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 4 Ks. Andy went 7 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run.
But you're right. He definitely didn't spend much time sitting on the bench getting a glass of water and resting up. Pettit was that good yesterday.
Bouncing ball to Cano. Brignac. Back to Teixeira. 4, 6-3 double play. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 3rd, 4th inning coming up in a 1-1 game. One ball game. A lot of activity here. Big crowd, upwards of 40,000. We'll get you a read on it a little bit later. Here's a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA, the Houston Astros. Tell you what, folks, you should be fired up to see the Astros coming in here because the Mariners need to get back at those guys. 4 out of 6 the Astros have taken from the Mariners. The A's, the first place A's. Mariners will be going there. The Angels for 4, and then the A's come here. So that's a big week of games.
Well, it is, and I think with the Astros, too, it's important for this homestand because if the Mariners can win today with Felix on the mound, you get a split with the Yankees. You've already won the series with the White Sox. Do some damage with the Astros and have yourself a good homestand, especially since the schedule has turned in your favor and the guys are going on road for a short one, but come back for another long homestand. Take advantage of that.
Ichiro, Jason Nix, Reed Brignac, 6, 7, and 8. Strike 1 to Ichiro. Huge strikeout by Felix of Ichiro with the bases loaded in the 1st inning. A lot of pitches thrown by Felix here today. Struck out 3, he's walked 2 already.
3 strikeouts in the game. Needs 2 more to reach 100.
1 to Ichiro. In the zone. 2-1. Mike Malinsky, the home plate umpire.
57. A lot of pitches for Felix working here in the 4th.
On the chase, 2-2. Picking up his pace, 2-2. Struck him out. Got him. 4th strikeout for Felix Hernandez. 2nd time he's Kei Ichiro. 1 out here in the Yankee 4th.
He's had a good fastball today. Elevates this one right above the strike zone and gets Ichiro to chase it. So he strikes him out a couple of times in the game. Good fastball from Felix.
Bring up. Take a look.
He just threw it by him.
Jason Nix did his damage yesterday. Couple RBIs. Here's nice backhand. Seager throws him out. A quick 2 down here in the 4th. Infield hit and a run scored and a stolen base by Nix last time up. Reed Brignac, strikeout victim in the 2nd. We come to you above the A in Safeco Field. Below that, Root Sports banner. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew, great camera crew, technical crew, the boys downstairs. There we are.
Yep.
Well, I like the bright colors this year. I think I'll stay with this. There's Robbie and Chris. Bubba's in the back.
What about the bright red? He had the right red yesterday. Rolled that out.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And Bubba is hanging out there. Bubba, you have to make you can't be like Punxsutawney Phil. You got to make an appearance every now and then. Come on, Bubba, make an appearance. Wave at the fans. We got to show the team. And there he is, Dave Bubba Wagner. Ah, baby. 2-0 to Brignac. He's our Wizard of Oz. Yes, indeed.
Another good fastball from Felix. Top of the strike zone. Typically you want him pitching down in the zone, but he's been throwing his fastball up in that area and getting away with it here early in the game.
2-1.
Another good pitch. Didn't get the call.
Felix looks fired up. Body language, you know, like,
it's getting there.
Yeah.
He's starting to feel it.
Yeah. Franklin will take care of this. Felix flipping his arm up in the air like, yeah, it's about time. Kings Court, they're enjoying it. They got a 1-1 game here at Safeco Field. Inning in the next Aquafina Little League Day. It's coming up on Sunday, June 23rd. Mariners take on the Oakland A's at 1:10. All youngsters will score a poster of Mariner outfielder Michael Saunders. For tickets to pick up this poster and see the Condor and the Mariners take on the A's, go to mariners.com. There's Michael Saunders looking to get his bat hot again. An exemplary job in the outfield as always. See what the Mariners can do here. The veteran Raul Ibanez, followed by Kelly Shopping and Sondo here in the fourth.
Like you said, Dave, I think Felix is starting to feel it, getting things ironed out. It's a lot sharper the last 2 innings. Hopefully these guys can scrape out a couple of runs. Keep his pitch count down again. Catch up, but a couple of 1, 2, 3 innings certainly helps.
Raul grounded out the second first time. Fouls this one off. David Phelps, pretty impressive young man. He's 4-3 with a 4.15 ERA. Make that his 8th start and his 14th game. Been a versatile performer for Joe Girardi. young guest, that maybe the newest Mariner fan around. Sarah, I remember when you interned for us a few years ago, and your baby's name is great. Beautiful. Congratulations.
Congratulations, indeed.
That's a beautiful
right.
baby. Wow. That's right. And the voice of the truck said it'd be lost without her, so you need to get back. Bring the youngster with you, too. That's great. Congratulations. Raul strikes out on a 2-2 pitch. Get a really good shot. Little grace. That's beautiful. One out here in the fourth. For strikeout number 2 for Phelps. Brings up Kelly Shoppick. Hit a terrific at bat. 9-pitch at bat, double to left field. His 6th double of the season. Kelly been struggling swinging the bat. 2 for his last 12 at home prior to that AB. Strike 1. Weather's done a nice job blowing the clouds away, because we were blanketed this morning when we got in. It's opened up nicely. Oh, 2 strikes.
Time you get weather like this, Dave, in the low 70s with a little bit of sun. First week of June. Take it.
Cha-ching.
We didn't see him because we were on the road for such a long time, but a lot of rain has been here, so I'm sure everybody welcomes a little bit of sunshine.
One and 2 to Kelly. Saw him very briefly, but Jesus Montero was in the clubhouse. He's rehabbing, coming off the knee surgery. Back to hoping to get back to Tacoma and get back in action as soon as he can. 1 and 2. Now back-to-back keys here for David Phelps. Here's Angie Mente.
Guys, you're just showing Bubba and Robbie, by the way, just off camera down here, Nick Beckman, who's celebrating his 50th birthday. Also, we are breaking down the Mariners draft, and of the 40 players they selected, we have quite a few different position players here. 8 left-handed pitchers, 8 right-handed pitchers. We have 4 catchers, 14 infielders, and 6 outfielders. Of course, their first pick, DJ Peterson, a third baseman. Now that I know Sarah's up there, guys, I'm headed up there for my baby fix.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Young Grace is adorable as Saunders lines out 1, 2, 3. Nice work by Phelps in this 1-1 game. ballpark. Now's your chance to ask the booth anything you want. Tweet your questions to @RootSports_NW. We're going to answer some of them later on in the ball game. Chris Stewart, Brett Gardner, and Robinson Cano 9-1-2 against Felix Hernandez.
Overbay, the pride of Centralia, Washington.
There we go. Slicing drive, right center field coming in is Saunders. 1 out.
Like that, 1 pitch, 1 out. Felix back-to-back innings, throwing 11 pitches, retiring all 3 batters in a row. And this one, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Time to shut down Brett Gardner. He's got a base hit to right and a stolen base in the first inning, a base hit to center, which was an RBI in the second inning. And yesterday, 3 broken bat base hits, a 3-for-5 day. Broke a bat earlier and one of his at bats.
4 games, he's had 7 hits. It's been a good series for him.
He was just coming back when we were in New York. He was one of the guys
I think you're right. Yes,
they had a host of guys out. Still, obviously, Jeter's out, A-Rod's out, Granderson. Reading one of the New York papers the other day, Joel Sherman, baseball columnist from New York Post, and he was asking a lot of the guys in his current 25 and roster how much they miss A-Rod. He says, hey man, I've never even played with him. There's so many guys that have not even played with him. They don't know what to miss. A-Rod said that he was trying to come back, working hard. I talked to Joe Girardi. He says, I only with the whole drug scandal and everything, Girardi said, I only talked to him about his rehab. Three and 1 here to count. Brett Gardner. Cano's on deck. 0 for 2. Right above us.
Felix may have to throw him a pitch in the middle of the plate here. They don't want to walk him when it's already stolen a base, and if he gets a chance here, he'll run again. In fact, the Yankees have stolen 2 bases in this game, one of them by Gardner.
3-2. See if we can get him here. 3-2. Nothing in. Gardner's personally running up his count. To the Gardner, hit hard, right field, down the line and deep, 1 hop, base of the fence. Gardner slides head first into second base with his 14th double. He's 3 for 3 today. That was an outstanding at bat.
And again, that's coming off of having 3 hits yesterday with a couple of doubles. Just hits it down in the corner. Felix doing exactly what I thought he was going to do, and now just keep throwing him fastballs in the middle of the plate. Hope he hits it at somebody. If he didn't want to walk him, he ends up hitting that double. 8th pitch of the at bat.
That brings up Cano. Drove one deep to the left center field gap, run down by Raul Ibanez. That was in the first. Second inning, bounced into a double play. Gardner got an RBI in the second, top of the second. It was answered by Brendan Ryan. An infield hit, an RBI. Bottom of the second. That's where we are, 1-1. That hit by Gardner, the 5th by the Yankees. straightened out. Eric Wedge, Robbie Thompson. Fun listening to Robbie Thompson tell stories about playing in Candlestick Park during his days in the Giants. Bad the wind was. Brutal. Here's strike 1-1. Robinson Cano tied for third American League home runs with 19. Leads the Yankee Ball Club batting average. Second in runs scored. Leads in home runs and RBIs. Big pitch and 1-1. Popped it up. Seager's got to play. Huge out. 2 outs, man at second. Here's a question from Max Cerrone. Why do starting pitchers struggle in the first inning?
Well, I think there's a number of reasons for it. One, mound might be a little bit different. Typically, you see the visiting pitchers struggle a little bit more. I think sometimes, and it's probably true with Felix, especially here in this environment as you have today with the King's Court, and Felix probably a little amped up. And it takes him an inning or two to calm down a little bit and just think more of location. And that certainly has something to do with it. And then sometimes they're out there trying to figure out what's working for them today. They'll tell you, pitchers, you'll hear them tell you all the time, felt great in the bullpen, struggled when I first came out, or I didn't have anything in the bullpen. They go out and they give up 1 hit. You know, it's that kind of thing. But I think for Felix, especially because all of his pitches are plus, he wants to see what 2 or 3 he's going to use on that day, and it takes him an inning or 2 to figure it out. So there's a number of factors that are involved in it.
I'll give you another one, too. As you mentioned, you sort of talked about it. The adrenaline rush you get, you don't have it out in the bullpen.
Right.
Now you come to now you're on the mound, and now your adrenaline changes a lot of dynamics in what you're doing.
That's a big one, and I think the other thing, too, and it's working your way through that first 4 or 5 hitters, which are going to be the best hitters that whatever team it is that you're playing against are going to have. And I think you're a little bit careful early because you don't want to go out there and give up a bunch of runs.
0-2 to Teixeira. Up high, missed 1-2.
So there are a number of factors involved in it, but I think it proves to be true over the course of the summer. We see a lot of pitchers, including the really good ones like Felix, if they're going to struggle, it will be in the first, second inning.
Remember what? I think Verlander struggled here first inning.
Yep.
Detroit was here back in April. 1-2 to Teixeira. 2 outs. Struck him out. That was a wicked pitch for Felix Hernandez to rack up his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. The 2nd time he's K'd Teixeira, and it's the 15th time he's got him in his career. 1-1 ball game. Sports is being brought to you by Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. By Jack in the Box, the Chipotle Chicken Club Combo is back for a limited time at Jack in the Box. Try one today. The fries and a drink for just $4.99 plus tax. And by Mazda, we believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Chambers Bay Golf Course on the right. In Tacoma, 2 years and a week from now, the world's best golfers will be in town for the U.S. Open.
Hopefully the weather's like this.
Amen.
It's a great golf course. The views out there are spectacular, and I'm sure they'll put on a great event. The whole world will be watching, so hopefully the weather will be good.
0-1 Alex Liddy dribbles one foul. It's outside my place of birth this week. Marion Country Club in the main line of Philadelphia.
They've had some rain there, haven't they?
Last few days, about 4 days ago, it rained very heavily. Remember, we had the work.
I think they said on Friday the golf course had 2 or 3 inches of rain.
That's not good.
No.
I'm sure a lot of the boys have been in to practice.
Well, yesterday, all they could do was walk around. They wouldn't let them play.
Look at that. Fair ball. Bat was following the ball as Nix throws out Liddy. All right, walk us through, Mike, because you've been there, done that. The bat following the ball like that?
Well, the thing that you're fortunate with is typically if the bat's going to shatter like that, the ball won't get to you in a hurry because you pick up both of them in your eyesight. It takes you just a split second to get your concentration back on the ground ball and you see the barrel coming at you. But that's scary.
Nix hung in there, made the play.
It's always worse for the pitchers because they're so much closer. At least when you're out there, you can get out of the way if you have to.
Boy. Brendan Ryan drove in the Mariners' only run, infield hit. Runners at the corners, back in the second inning. Went into the hole. It was smothered by Brignac. Couldn't make a play to get the force at second, and the tying run scored. One. David Phelps been impressive. 3 strikeouts. Walked 3. He's battled. It's like Felix has battled too. Felix back on his normal course. And now as Ryan pops this one back up just below us.
Well, he's had good movement on his fastball, but I think the thing that has been impressive about him is he's able to throw his breaking ball or his changeup when he's behind in the count, so he hasn't had to give in to the hitters and just groove a fastball for him. Next pitch will be 75.
Cano's got it. 2 outs. Good to see Rhino using the whole field. Good sign. Step up to the plate. Hit one out of the park with savings on Sound Transit. Rethink your commute and visit soundtransit.org. Ferris wheel right off 99. Big attractions now here in Seattle. And it's a large Ferris wheel too, boy.
Yeah.
Not been in it yet.
I can tell you this, I won't be. My kids would enjoy it, and I would find a nice park bench over there somewhere.
Plenty of space.
That's right.
A couple of places you might be able to get an adult beverage or two. Heated compartments with rich Corinthian leather.
Tinted windows.
Tinted windows. Thank you, Ricardo Montalban. About $15 a pop. So it sounds like you're going to get hit up again, Mike.
Probably. It was a good or bad. We didn't get a chance to talk about it by Brendan Ryan again. Hitting a line drive back up the middle. Unfortunately, it was right at Cano, but he's putting together some good at bats. And going into that at bat, he was hitting 220. It doesn't sound like much, but he's raised his average almost 100 points.
Off-speed pitch gets Bay. He is now 1 for 3 with a strikeout, looking and swinging. That's the end of the 5th. Score remains tied at 1-1. game at Safeco Field. It is a wedding proposal. Are you kidding? Check this out. Take the beer out of the hand, make it look a little graceful. Boy, live on your TV, a wedding proposal.
Well, I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, and long live the king. Well, I'm glad that's a happy ending. I'd hate to have all of a sudden brought the cameras up close and personal to an ixnay. That wouldn't have been good at all. 1-1 game here, top of the 6th. Travis Hafner leads off. Felix in his first 2 innings, 45 pitches, 4 hits, and a run allowed. The last 3, 36 pitches, 1 hit, and no runs.
82 total for him, 50 strikes out of the 82.
Hafner today has walked, fouled out to Seager. Gardner, second inning RBI. Ryan matched it, bottom half of the second. 1-1 game. Fair ball, Liddy's got it, no problem. Alex getting the start at first base today. Windy City has blown the Chicago Cubs west to the Emerald City to take on the Mariners. Rare interleague matchup here at Safeco Field. It's going to be from June 28th through the 30th. And for one unforgettable summer weekend, Mariners are going to celebrate their first fireworks night on the 28th. That's a Friday night, followed by Turn Back the Clock Day on Saturday, the 29th. So get your tickets. See the Mariners and Cubs at mariners.com.
And the brothers, one sleeping, the other one mad.
It was a couple of years ago we saw father had to step in between a brother and a sister. It looked like they were about to absolutely wring each other's neck. Put up the wall of silence. Ball to strike to Wells. Walk and ground out to third. To the camera well. Felix ahead 1 and 2. He struck out 5. He walked 2. Those were both in the first inning. None since then. To a 2. Red Sox finished off the Angels 10-5. Is that a play? Felix with an 8-5 record against the Yankees, 2.99 ERA here at Safeco. He's 3-3 with a 4.14. 2-2 to Wells.
Although Felix, he's only given up 5 hits and 1 run, but it seems to me that one of the big issues today when we talked about his pitch count is the Yankees have fouled off a lot of pitches. 6 pitches in this at bat for Wells, 7 pitch coming up, so it made him work.
Rolls over on that, Ryan. Couldn't be dug out there by Liddy. Wells will hold. Didn't look like he got a good grip on that. We take a look at our head and shoulders pitch sequence.
He wasn't able to get much on the throw. We'll take a look at our pitch sequence. And it's Felix pitching to Ichiro. Comes back with the first pitch fastball. Then he goes with a couple of changeups that Ichiro looked like he was seeing pretty good out of his hand. Back-to-back changes didn't even offer him. So Felix, all right, you want to do that? We'll just gear up and throw a couple of fastballs, including this last one he throws right by him. So a good pitch sequence from Felix, recognizing that Ichiro was seeing his changeup and went right to the fastball.
So an error on Ryan, his 6th. Here's Ichiro. Ball one.
You can see he'll ask about the location of that last pitch, the fifth pitch, right above the strike zone.
Wells had a minimal lead. Bay gets under it. 2 outs. We'll bring up Jason Nix, who's 1 for 2, a run scored and a stolen base today. 2 for 4 yesterday, knocked in 2 runs. Good look from the right at the third, at the left field foul pole. Kings Court, a lot of folks there. What's that? 1, 2, 3 sections.
3 sections in the lower and the second deck.
Yeah, good stuff. Sporadic gold T-shirts around the ballpark. Strike one to Knicks. Yankees profile offensively: 12th in batting average, 10th in runs, 13th in hits, 6th in homers, 7th in steals, and on the pitching side, 4th in ERA. Always an event when Felix pitches.
It's a bit surprising to see them 10th in slugging and 12th in on base percentage.
How about that?
I know they've missed a lot of guys, so maybe that would explain some of the slugging, but they're still a veteran club. You would think their on base percentage would be better.
Yeah, Joe Girardi's club started today, game and a half back of Boston, second place in the East. I mentioned Boston beat the Angels 10-5. Baltimore beat Tampa Bay 10-7. Back safely. And Toronto, the other team in the East, lost at home to the Rangers 6-4.
Something else too, watching this game. There he is, 96 pitches for Felix. Mike Malinsky, the home plate umpire, isn't giving him anything on the corners. That was a pretty good pitch. That last pitch again still didn't get the call, so he's not getting much help from the umpire. Now you're going to take a look at it right there on the corner.
Ryan backing up. He's got it under control. And makes the play. No runs, no hits, an error, man left. New couple, David and Terry. They will be the Sawyers coming up very shortly. Congratulations to them. And they get engaged out in the pen. the ultimate Northwest Mariner fan in the state of Montana. Well, then Root Sports is looking for you throughout the month of June. Get a photo on Instagram or Twitter with hashtag #UltimateNWFanMontana showing why it should be you. You're going to be entered to win a trip and a VIP experience at Mariners Fan Appreciation Night in September right here at Safeco Field. For official rules, go to rootsports.com. Good to be with you on this Sunday afternoon. A good pitching duel. David Phelps and Felix Hernandez. 43,389 on hand here at Safeco to watch this one. Final meeting between these two teams for the season. Nick Franklin leading off.
Well, Phelps 81 pitches in the game. This is the third time for the Mariners through the lineup. Get a look at him. So about time get a couple of runs for Felix. Make some adjustments.
Season best attendance here this afternoon. Little League Day. Felix on the mound. Yankees in town.
Good weather.
Yep. 2-1 to Franklin. Still looking for his first Safeco Field home run. 2 home runs hit down at San Diego. Two.
So the two starters, Phelps 5 plus Felix now at 6 innings pitched. How many hits in this game today?
Mariners have been hitless the last 3 innings. Play for the third baseman Nix.
It's like left-hander Bone Logan getting loose out in the pen for the Yankees. Hard throwing left-hander.
Two. Get another chance. 3 hits by the Mariners. You got Jason Bay led off the home first with a base hit. He was subsequently picked off by pitcher Phelps. Second inning, 2 hits by the Mariners. A double by Shopik with 1 out. And Brendan Ryan, his RBI infield hit. And that is all. Felix has settled down nicely. Gave up a run on 4 hits in the first 2 innings. 3 hits in the second inning. Left the bases loaded in the first. RBI from Gardner for the Yankees run.
Nick's put up a good fight in this at bat leading off the inning. 8 pitches so far.
Him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Phelps. That's 5 for the afternoon. 1 out here in the 6th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Our privilege to be with you this afternoon. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. Great crowd, biggest of the season to this point. Kyle Seager, 12-game hitting streak on the line. He's walked twice.
Looked like Kyle almost lost his bat right there. Top hand came off of the bat. Good aggressive swing from him on a fastball that was on the outside corner, maybe just off the plate. You can see him trying to get a little more. Could stick him on his gloves.
Foul ball. 1-2. David Phelps making a pretty good name for himself. His first start, that second appearance against the Mariners. 4-3 record, 4.15 ERA. Two balls, two strikes. Two and two to Seager. There's fifth in home run. Seager, Morales at Bundy's. Maybe somebody runs into one. That's pretty well tagged, but right at the right fielder. Ichiro, 2 down.
And he hit that one hard. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times today, right at some people. Find one in the gap somewhere.
2 outs for Kendrys Morales, who's popped to second and bounced into a double play. Seventh inning will be coming up. Pretty sure Felix will be back out there for sure. At least that one more inning, right?
I would think so.
Strike one to Morales.
Trying to even up the series, and you're in a tie ball game. It would be tough to get the ball out of his hand at this point. His pitch count is getting up on him, though.
Ferguson's warming up.
He just started throwing.
Morales 0-2.
There's Charlie. The sequence of pitches he threw to Robinson Cano a couple of nights ago. Strike him out looking with a fastball on the outside corner.
That was a very big spot.
Cano do a fourth in the 7th inning.
Section just got 2 foul balls. 1 and 2 to Morales. Two to Kendrys. Just inside. QC tracer giving an idea of what's going on. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 6 for the game for David Phelps. 6 complete in a 1-1 game. MLB.TV celebrates 11 years with new low yearly prices. Watch every out-of-market game live on over 350 supported mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere. Got a good one. Good pitching matchup. Breeze kicking up a little bit here at Safeco Field. David Phelps against Felix Hernandez.
Felix at 97 pitches now. Charlie Ferber's getting loose in the bullpen.
Reed Brignac, Chris Stewart, Brett Gardner, 8-9-1. Brignac a strikeout and a ground out.
Felix's high for pitches this year is 114. This next one will be 100.
Got ball to Frank. Throws him out. One down. Here's Angie Mente.
Guys, the Texas Rangers are back on top in the West thanks to an Oakland loss and a big swing from one former Mariner. How many times have we seen Adrian Beltre do this? Remember, they played 18 innings yesterday with Toronto. Today, just 9. Adrian Beltre breaks up a tie in the 7th, and the Rangers go on to take the Jays 6-4. Texas now leading the West by half a game. Gentlemen?
All right, back and forth they go. Thank you, Angie. One out for Chris Stewart. Stewart bunted his way on in the 2nd and flied to center in the 5th. He's done a lot of walking around and up and down that mound today. He knows he has been sharper. There's a strike.
That's a good point, but it gives you an idea of the way that he competes.
Oh, yeah.
He certainly doesn't have his best stuff today or his command. Still finding a way to pitch here in the 7th inning in a tie ball game, 1-1.
That's what makes him so great.
Yep.
Let it go back fast.
He was thinking about it. Stewart wasn't sure, right?
Stewart saw it. He said, oh, geez, he's going to make me run this thing out.
I was hoping it would hit the cut of the grass and come back fair because he was standing at home. Stewart was. 8 ground ball outs, 6 fly ball outs, and of course the 5 strikeouts. Felix now with 100 strikeouts on the year.
Two and 2. Strike him out. That's strikeout number 6 for Felix. 2 down here in the 7th.
Looks like the changeup. Yeah, you can see by the movement on that pitch as Stewart waves at it.
There comes Eric Wedge.
And
he's going to get
trainer.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
We love Rick Griffin, but we hate when he has to walk out with Felix or anybody in the mound in a situation like this.
Well, every now and then Felix will deal with a stiff back. It looks like that might be it. His back has been an issue at times this year, and with the way that he's bending over, that might be the case.
Happened in New York, remember?
Yeah, and of course, if your back is bothering you as a pitcher,
that's one of the worst things.
Well, you don't want to take any chance with it, because then that's how you end up hurting your arm, trying to protect your back as you're pitching. And he's as competitive as anybody. I'm sure he's trying to talk his way into staying in the game. Charlie looks like he's ready. He was halfway down the ramp coming into the game.
Best move, they got to take him out.
Let's see if we can see something on this pitch. This is the changeup.
Oh, yeah.
Deep breaths there.
He's trying to walk that one off. I thought he was just walking. He was maybe Getting over some frustration. That was a good pitch.
Again, yeah, and again, he's had this a couple of times where his back has stiffened up on him.
Well, he won the argument. How about this?
He'll typically have that lean. That lean right there is something he'll typically do in between pitches. But as it tightens up, he'll do it a few times, and he's won the battle on this one.
How about that?
And I think he just talked Derek into give him a chance to get one more out.
They'd like to get Gardner. He hasn't retired him today. Gardner 3 for 3 with an RBI. The rest of the Yankees 2 for 22 today. Gardner doubled off the base of the right field fence last time up.
It's a good fastball at 93 miles an hour.
Interesting to watch our post-game show with Brett Adam and company to find out what those conversations are like out on the mound. Fans cheering him on here. 0-1 to Gardner. Got him 0-2. Well, he's the competitor's competitor, I'll tell you. The admiration that people have around baseball for Felix Hernandez is enormous. He's got Gardner 0-2. Got him! That's how the King finishes the 7th inning. His 7th strikeout. Might have been in pain, but boy, did he ump it up right there. Take a look at this. Gardner, he retires him for the first time today, and Felix fired up. We're going to stay right here for the singing of God Bless America.
Please welcome back James Geiger.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
And now it's time to move their
You get an amazing second chance scratch game. Win a new truck or one of 6 $10,000 cash prizes. Play the Trucks and Bucks second chance scratch drawing from Washington's lottery today. Visit WALottery.com for details. Very enjoyable day here at Safeco Field. A 1-1 ball game. David Phelps and Felix Hernandez locking up in this 1-1 contest. New pitcher for the Yankees. They bring in their big left-hander, Boone Logan.
Hard-throwing left-hander. We've seen him in this series. He's been 95, 96 miles an hour with his fastball. First hitter will be Raul Ibanez. And it's Shopik and Saunders after that. Jabba Chamberlain getting loose in the pen for the Yankees.
Phelps was strong.
Really good outing.
Yep. Nice work. Boone Logan, born in San Antonio, lives in Helotes, Texas. Ball jumps on the first pitch, pops it up. Long run, Ichiro. Calls off Cano. Ichiro dropped it in foul territory. He had it all the way. Cano peeled off.
Well, Ichiro had to call him off because it looked like Cano was going to make the play, and then all of a sudden he ran out of the way, and Ichiro came in. Hey, look at our McDonald's Supermo. He's calling it, and he's there in good shape.
Oh, just Clank City.
Just clanked it right off the heel of his glove. Tried to save it here at the end.
E9. All right, Raul, lose one right now, and then really would make it something. Hit one out.
Yeah, you can see Cano was out of his way. Second error of the season for Ichiro. Yeah, he tried to on that first 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Strike two. How about that? Two to Raul. Fooled him with that pitch, strikes him out. Boone Logan records his first K. Bring up Kelly Shopik.
Well, after Ibanez took a healthy swing on that first fastball, ends up putting away with the slider. But 25 appearances on the year for Logan, a 1.62 ERA. 23 strikeouts, only 3 walks on the year. He has given up a couple of home runs.
Each team has made an error today. Shopik a double and a run scored back in the second, a strikeout in the fourth. Down to the third baseman Nix. Throws to Teixeira, quick 2 outs. 2 outs here in the home seventh this Father's Day. Toast Dad with a Mariners travel mug given away free to the first 10,000 dads 21 and older next Wednesday. All part of the EQC Early Dads Day celebration at Safeco Field when the Mariners take on the Astros at 7:10. Get your tickets for the entire family at Mariners.com.
Well, it has been a while since Michael Saunders has hit a home run. He has 4 on the year.
Couple against lefties?
Well, against lefties, it's a good time for it if he can get a good fastball to hit out over the plate.
And at third is Nix. Pitch running away, ball 1. No play for Nix. 1-2 to Saunders. 2 outs here in the seventh. Two of the lower scoring teams in baseball. The Yankees 10th, the Mariners 14th. Locked up at 1-1. And Saunders is gone. 2 strikeouts from Boone Logan. A quick, clean 7th inning. There was an error by Ichiro. So Charlie Furbush is going to take over. Court, Little League Day, a lot of good stuff. The Yankees leaving after today, and Felix Hernandez, his day, Mike.
I thought he pitched well today. 7 innings, given up 1 run. Had a good running fastball today as he get a strikeout from Teixeira. See that breaking ball to Ichiro, comes right back with another changeup. Took him a while. First couple innings, a little bit of a struggle. Had to throw a lot of pitches. Then after that, he settled in. Made it awfully tough on the Yankees. So for Felix going into the 7th inning, we thought maybe he was tired, maybe a back stiffened up, but he gets a strikeout. You can see him walking around. Trainers come out. Rick Griffin's out there having a conversation with Felix. I'm sure they were trying to talk him out of the game. He wouldn't let that happen. So the last hitter of the game for Felix strikes him out with a good fastball, and that's it for Felix.
He saw that little body lean in there. That was nice.
Yeah, he was excited about it. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 108 pitches. Felix threw 66 of those for strikes, and I think he knew that was going to be his last hitter, and that's why he was excited. Gardner had been swinging the bat well, had 3 hits off of him. And when you talk the manager into staying out there, it feels pretty good to strike out your last batter, but a good outing for Felix. Charlie will take over. 25 appearances for him. 3.42 ERA, 32 strikeouts in 23 2/3 innings.
Nice job by Stephen Linger putting that video package together. Robinson Cano leads off. First pitch of the 8th inning almost hit him.
Well, we talked about this confrontation the other day when Charlie came in and was able to strike Cano out. Game was in the balance at the time. Cano, one of the better hitters in the American League, and he started him off with that same breaking ball, but he threw it for a strike. And then after that, he threw him 4 fastballs away, but now he misses with that first pitch breaking ball. We'll see if he'll come back with it again. He did. Cano was 3 for 6 with a home run off of Charlie.
Charlie, as you're swinging this guy.
You can see the percentages. Charlie the best in the bullpen. He is tough on left-handers. You can see what the major league average is at 20.7. Charlie all the way up to 34.6.
Battle of the bullpens now as we play in the 8th. That did hit him. Couldn't snap it off.
That is not what you wanted to do. Leadoff hitter, put him on by hitting him with a breaking ball. Teixeira, the switch hitter, turn around and hit right-handed against Charlie.
Felix held Teixeira in check today. A strikeout, ground out, and a strikeout. There's a turn 1 double play. Could use another one here.
Teixeira hitting .333 against the left-handers with 1 home run.
Outside. Cano has not run a lot. He's 3 for 3. Teixeira just back off the DL. This is game number 10 for him. Two balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight away and deep for Teixeira. 2-1 count from Furbush with Cano at first. Two and two.
It's a good fastball from Charlie, but I'd like to see him get it down. That fastball up out over the plate. Easy pitch to drive into the gap.
Felix Hernandez, his 22nd career no decision, in which he goes 7 innings, allowing 1 or no runs. Cano's going to take off. Shopik's going to throw down. Wow. Backing up is Saunders, and that slide looks like Cano may have hurt himself.
Gets away just far enough. And Kelly trying to get rid of it quickly, fires it into center field. Fortunately, Cano didn't see that. Maybe Brendan Ryan helped out with a little bit of a deke as he was backing up that he had caught it.
So a wild pitch gets Cano in a scoring position. Counts 3-2 to Teixeira with Travis Hafner on deck. Three-2 from Charlie. Chop foul.
You know that stat that you just read off for Felix. This year, American League average is 4.42 runs a game. The National League is 4.07, a little bit lower as you would expect with a pitcher hitting. But can you imagine over Felix's career? I wonder what his win-loss record would be if he was just getting that average of 4 runs a game.
Come on, I'm just trying to get my stomach back. Jeez. Struck him out.
Good pitch, good high fastball.
Charlie Furbush racks up a big K.
Well, Felix had held the Yankees to a 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Now there you are, 1 for 8 with that strikeout from Charlie. We showed you that whiff percentage. Charlie the best in the bullpen, and he gets a strikeout.
You start getting into those numbers with Felix. 22 no decisions, 7 innings, 1 or no runs. Get some heartache, man, because whatever his career mark is.
Well, just the amount of quality starts he's thrown out there with no decisions or even some losses. You take some of those losses away from him.
He's got 105 wins. Man, you could tack another 15, 18 wins on there easily with really good run support.
Yeah, just average run support.
Right? I'm not talking 9, 10 runs a pop.
No, just the average. Something.
A walk, a pop out the third, and a ground out the first for Hafner. CC Sabathia, Andy Pettitte. Congratulations to Andy. Career win number 250 yesterday. And he comes out of the shower yesterday, and his son Josh is there. He'd been drafted by the Yankees 38th round. It's a good day.
Pretty got the news during the game yesterday.
Yeah. Young man's going to go to Baylor University. The word is mom and dad said, give me 3 years of college, he'll be 21, then he can, the draft comes around again, then he can go. A full ride to Baylor. Back with a strike, 2-1.
Kyle Seager was happy that his younger brother was drafted by the Mariners yesterday in the 12th round.
Very nice. Eric Wedge looking for some more quality work here from Charlie Furbush. Cano at second with the go-ahead run. 2-1.5. Breaking ball popped it up. It is playable. 2 outs. It's a big one. That is a big one. Mike McDonald was asked the booth if Seager walks in every at bat, is his hit streak still alive? I am told that he is good to go with the walks, but if there's a sac fly in there, that would
stop it, even though it doesn't count as an at bat.
Pitching change. Charlie Furbush leaves after 2 outs. Yoenis Medina will take over. Got a tight ball game here at Safeco Field. 1-1 Yankees and Mariners. Fun being had all around the room, as you can see there by Tom Simon's video. Yoenis Medina takes over. 2 outs. Runner at second. His batter is Vernon Wells. Ball for strike 1-1. Wells today walked ground out and reach on an error by Ryan back in the 6th that did not hurt the Mariners.
19 appearances for Medina, 2.66 ERA. Well, its average is 178 against him. Now it's a good breaking ball to get back in the count. 1-1.
2-1. Inning started with Charlie Furbush taking over for Felix Hernandez. He hit Cano, struck out Teixeira, and popped up Halfman. Each row is on deck.
pitches. He's missed with all 3 of the fastballs. See if he comes back with a breaking ball right here. It's the one pitch he's been able to throw for a strike.
Comeback. Couldn't ask for better room service there. Nicely done by Medina to retire Wells and strand Cano at second. Home 8 coming up. Brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By BNSF Railway, the engine that connects us. And by Captain Morgan, raise your glass always in moderation to life, love, and loot. Like how the skies worked with us today, cleared up in time for a good afternoon of baseball. There's your line score there. 1-1 ball game as we play the bottom of the 8th inning. David Robertson takes over on the mound for the Yankees.
Robertson, 27 appearances on the year. Good ERA at 2.49. 30 strikeouts, 8 walks, opponent's average 170. He's given up 3 home runs this year, and he will get 8, 9, and 1 for the Mariners. It'll be Liddy, Ryan, and Bay due up here on the bottom of the 8th. Alex looking for his first hit since being recalled from AAA. Only 8 at bats for him.
Alex with a walk. Broken back ground out. Goes back in the 5th inning. Third pitcher today. One here to Liddy. Comes the 1-1. Strike. Liddy's last home run, May 23rd, last year against the Rangers, a grand slam. Hits this one hard. Ichiro, right field. Can't get it! Liddy with a leadoff double. Alex Liddy with his first hit of 2013, using the whole field.
He's a strong young man. He gets a fastball that is away from him. Looks like he's a little bit late on the swing, but he drives this over the head of Ichiro. It's a slicing line drive down into the corner in right field. Ichiro trying to get back. Ball hit just too hard for him. Let's see if Brendan Ryan, you can see just out of the reach of Ichiro. Brendan Ryan can move him up to third.
They're just trying to get a push in this series here. And if they do win, it would give them the season series 4-3 over the Yankees. Alex Liddy with a fine greeting for David Robertson. Brendan Ryan, team leader with 3 sacrifice bunts. Opportunity and knocking here for the Mariners in this tight game. Both teams scored in the second inning.
Yeah, he's expecting the bunt here. Nick's Teixeira up on the corners.
Gets the bunt down. It's a beauty. Nice job, Brendan Ryan. Down to third is Liddy. Beautifully done.
You don't need a perfect bunt. You just need to kill it. Get it out there somewhere. Pitcher has to field it. Robertson. Pretty good speed in Liddy, so you don't have to make a perfect bunt to get him over to third. So well done by Brendan Ryan. Get it in play. Now be up to Jason Bay to see if he can score him. Mariners today 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They haven't had a lot of opportunities in this one.
Well, they haven't. They were 0 for 5 last night. A 3-1 loss yesterday. Infield up close. They have 3 on the left side for Bay. First pitch, strike 1. Jason today as single to left, was subsequently picked off, then took a called third strike and then struck out swinging in the 5th. Strike 2. There's an 0-2 hole just like that. Robertson set the 0-2 to Bay. Did he go? Did not. This is crew chief Mike Winters. 1-2.
He's throwing 3 sliders in a row. The first 2 was able to throw for strikes. He wanted to bury this one to see if he can get a swing, but Jason able to hold up on it. Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the pen.
That could be one heck of a good formula. Get a lead here, get time ready, and rack a W. 1-2 to Bay. Struck him out.
All breaking balls, all sliders out.
2 outs.
They'll take a look at it. This one ends up in the middle of the plate.
1 for 4 day for Bay. Now Nick Franklin, he's got a chance to be a hero. He's grounded to second, fly to center, and struck out. Most of the 43,389. Just a base knock. Got a runner at third with 2 down.
Tell you what, he was fortunate right there. That was the first pitch fastball right in the middle of the plate, and it was called a ball.
Strike 1-1. Lead off double by Liddy. Ryan bunted him over. Bay strikes out. Now Franklin 1-1. Paints on the outside corner. 1-2.
Not according to the EQC tracer. A fastball off the plate away, but again, that first pitch was called a ball, so I guess you call it even now.
Robertson 1-2 to Franklin. Breaking ball hit foul. David Robertson against Nick Franklin. Game on the line right here. 1-2. Hey, struck him out. Liddy gets the third, but a couple of Ks kill it. 1-1 as we go to the ninth. Proposal. Dave took a knee, shocking Terry in the middle of her enjoying her adult beverage. And the good news for Dave, Terry said yes. Always said there's a lot of action in the pen.
And a lot of courage.
Yeah, good call. A very good call. Dude, did you know you were on TV when you did that? Aravis Medina continues. Ichiro leading off the ninth. Ichiro, Nix, and Brignac.
Oliver Perez, the lefty, throwing in the pen.
A lot of strong pitching this afternoon.
Yeah, what a great opportunity for the Mariners to get a leadoff double from Liddy. His first hit. He's being called up from AAA, and he's left stranded in third.
Ryan gets a perfect bunt down. Now Medina's behind 3-0. With a strike. Ichiro at the hands of Felix Hernandez struck out twice and fly to right. Medina came on to get the final out of the 8th inning. And a leadoff walk.
See how Joe Girardi wants to play it. Jason Nix due up. Kyle Seager shorten up over at third, expecting a bunt.
Nix with 1 sacrifice on the season. Team leaders Gardner with 4. And foul back. Rob Thompson, third base coach, fields it.
Decided to go with the hit and run. It looked like Ichiro had a good jump over there, too. I think he would have stolen the base.
Ichiro 5 out of 7 this year. Bunt down. Very good one. Medina throws him out. Sacrifice 1-3.
See if Medina can pitch out of this like Robertson did. Good bunt. Just bunts it out. Field to play.
Brignac today a strikeout. Couple ground outs to Nick Franklin at second. Breaking ball misses. Ball one.
One left-handed hitter on the bench for the Yankees. It's Lyle Overbay. Sure, that's the reason why Perez is getting loose in the pen in case he decided to use him.
1-0. Did not go 2-0. Origin of error just shrinking.
There's Lyle. He's ready to hit. Gloves on, bat in hand.
2-0. Two balls, one strike. Two and two now.
Couple of good fastballs out just off the outside corner.
Run on 5 hits and an error for the Yankees. Run on 4 hits and an error for the Mariners. Both runs coming in the second inning. Gardner an RBI single to center. And Brendan Ryan answered with an RBI and an infield grounder for a base hit. 2-2 here to Brignac. Slicing drive. Left field. Ibanez under it. 2 outs.
The Yankees now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position.
Mariano Rivera started to heat up for the Yankees.
He and Jabba Chamberlain.
Mo on the far side. Mike Harkey, the coach, in the middle. Jabba Chamberlain, number 62. 1-1 to Chris Stewart. Stewart today. Beautiful bunt for a base hit in the second inning. Fly to center in the 5th. Struck out in the 7th. And that all against Felix Hernandez. Through the hole. Raul charges. Here comes Ichiro. The throw to the plate. Got a chance now. It's offline. Ichiro scores, and the Yankees take a 2-1 lead. And down to second on the throw goes Chris Stewart, his 10th RBI.
Oh, those leadoff walks, Dave.
Columbia Bank difference in the game, Mike. You got it.
Yeah, here it is. Base hit. Little ground ball in the hole through the left side of the infield. Raul came up in pretty good shape and was able to get off a strong throw. It was wide of the plate, knowing he has to hurry with Ichiro running. Not sure he would have had him anyway.
No. Ichiro's coming in there at a good angle. Good speed there. Down to second on the throw. So the leadoff walk. It's happened a bajillion times before. In a late game, it comes back to bite you in the butt. 2-1 Yankees. On the throw, and the Yankees have a 2-1 lead. And oh, those bases on balls. Well, thank you, Frankie Frisch, for putting that in the lexicon. It is so true.
Especially if they're leadoff walks. 25 appearances for Perez, a 1.17 ERA, 31 strikeouts over the 23 innings he has pitched so far. Only 11 walks.
Brett Gardner's had a fine day. Got 3 hits off of Felix.
He had a good series. 8 hits in the series.
Drove in the first run. Oliver Perez takes over. 2 outs and a man at second, a run in. 0-1 to Gardner. One to Gardner. Looking ahead to the home ninth. Seager, Morales, and Ibanez against number 42, Mariano Rivera. This entire series, Mike, I think you would agree with me that Mr. Gardner has done a heck of a job fouling off multiple pitches at every at bat.
Yeah, I would agree, and it has paid off for him with the 8 hits he's had so far.
Perez got him 1 and 2 outs with a man at second. Now a 2-1 Yankee lead. Ooh, we saw Perez do this yesterday with Diaz. He thought he had a strike and he was halfway home.
Well, according to the EQC tracer, he did have a strike, but Mike
Malinsky, that's what you called it a long time ago, right?
He hasn't given that pitch all day. Guys have made Felix was making a bunch of those pitches on the corner and he wasn't getting it.
2-2 to Gardner. Breaking ball off of the glove. Everybody's safe. Been that kind of an inning. Base hit.
And it's been that kind of series for Gardner. Another hit for him.
4 hits today. 4 for 5 with an RBI. Stolen base to go with it.
Gets it right back to Oliver. It looks like he gets his glove down. He's in good shape to field this. He goes right off the end of his glove.
Came up too soon.
Yep. And he's probably only 50 feet away by the time the ball is hit back to him.
Exactly. So now you got Cano. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Fine job by Shopik. How about Gardner for this series? 9 for 17, 4 doubles, 3 runs scored. Got a stolen base today. Yesterday he had 3 hits all with broken bats. There's a strike.
Yeah, the Yankees have only scored 2 runs and he drove in one of those. It's been a good series.
Tight to Cano. Well, he's got a battle here. 2-1 to Robinson Cano. Weak wave fooled him. 2-2. Marlins ever needed a swing and miss anytime this year, this is the biggest moment for him. 2-2. Missed. Full count. Gardner, very fast runner's going to be on the move. 3-2 pitch to Cano. Ball 4. Bases loaded for Mark Teixeira. Second walk in the inning by Mariner pitcher.
Carl Willis on his way out of the dugout had a conversation with Oliver.
Bases loaded.
I think Teixeira will be fairly aggressive here. I don't think he's looking to take many pitches. Swinging better from the right side of the plate. Showed that to you earlier.
He's a guy that's had way too much success here in this ballpark hitting long balls too. 16 career home runs. Number 16 on Thursday. Only Rafael Palmeiro has hit more. That was 17.
Danny Farquhar looks like he's ready to go in the pen, the right-hander.
Here we go. Bases loaded, a run in. 2-1 Yankees. 2 outs. And you weren't kidding.
First pitch fastball in the middle of the plate.
Here to Teixeira. He looks pretty dialed in. 1-1. Big spot for Perez. Got Teixeira 1-1 with the bases loaded. Timeout called. Fouled off. 2 strikes. Leadoff walk is scored. That was Ichiro. Walked in a 3-1 pitch. Medina put him on. Sacrificed the second by Nix. Brignac flies to left, and then Stewart delivers an RBI single to left. Brett Gardner works an infield hit. Cano a walk to load him up, and now 1-2 to Mark Teixeira. Pitch from Perez. Wow.
And Oliver's not happy. He's made a couple of pitches and he thought were strikes. Carl Willis letting him know about it. This is a hard slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Tension mounting here at Safeco Field. Mariners trying to keep it a 2-1 lead deficit. In the hands of the Yankees. Here's the 2-2. Hit hard and foul. Guy caught it cleanly. Basie would say one more once. 2-2. Strike 3 called. A beauty from Oliver Perez to keep it a 2-1 Yankee lead. That's a huge strikeout by Perez as Seager, Morales, and Abanez. They're going to have to get it done against the greatest closer of all time, Mariano Rivera, coming up. Make sure you get right back.
Yankees lead it 2-1. We take a look at what's coming up next. Felix is in line for a no decision. He leads the staff with 7 wins. Hisashi Iwakuma will try to match his total tomorrow when he opens up the 3-game series with the Astros. Dallas is throwing for Houston. Aaron Harang and Bud Norris in game 2. And Jeremy Bonderman will try to get his second major league win in a few years. Hi everyone, Angie Bentank here at the Ford Sports Desk. Coming up on the post-game show, we will head inside the skipper's office and hear from Eric Wedge. We'll see how Bill Kruger did on his local Ford Keys to the game. We'll see also how the Astros did before they come here to Seattle. Right now, Mariano Rivera. We were hoping, guys, that we weren't going to see this fella today. I believe he's got, what, 2 blown saves ever against the Mariners versus 36 to 38. That's not too bad.
He's pretty good. He's 36 out of 38 against the Mariners. Here's the first pitch to Kyle Seager. Swing on, base hit, left field. Kyle Seager, the tying run. Back in 09, we saw Ichiro beat Rivera with a home run to win a game.
Well, he gets a good fastball out over the plate at 92 miles an hour. Solid base hit. Kyle extends his hitting streak to 13 games now.
You know one thing about Kendrys Morales, he loves to swing the bat, and you better get the one pitch you're probably going to get from Rivera to hit. Let's see if he can tee one up. Strike one. Oh, one to Morales. That is a ground ball to Sherritt. Gold glove play, double play, killer.
You said it. I wasn't sure that Teixeira was going to have an angle to complete the throw. The ball hit right at Teixeira, who was holding Kyle Seager on. It's an easy play to get the first out after he catches it, but then you can see this angle. He throws it over the top a little bit wide, and a good play by the Gold Glover.
Boy, oh boy. So Rivera's blown 2 saves against the Mariners. The one save, the Yankees came back and won the game. So they've effectively only taken him out one time. That was the Ichiro home run in 09. Now he goes against Raul Ibanez. 4 pitch. It was a pitch around effort against Raul yesterday. First pitch, ball 1. Told me before the game he didn't want to mess around with Raul, having been with him over the years and played against him over the years and with him last year. Mariners down to their last out. 1-1. That was a fantastic play by Teixeira.
Really good play.
Not many guys make it. 2-0.
Looks like he's treating them the same.
You're not beating me.
Andy Chavez has come out. He's on deck. He'll hit for Kelly Shopping.
Three-0 to roll. It's a strike. Three-one to roll. Walked him.
I think it was the exact same thing. He didn't want to go after somebody that could hurt him with one swing. Andy Chavez is going to hit. He's going to pinch hit for Kelly Shopping.
Rolls aboard. Andy Chavez. We saw him come up with a dramatic pinch hit home run. That was in Cleveland.
So he's done a good job. 2 for 6 with that home run. Home run off of Cleveland closer, Chris Perez.
Ball 1, Andy Chavez. Rivera ready with the 1-0. Cutter for a strike. 1-1. Bondi's at first. Mariners down to the last out. Pitch. 2-1.
Wow.
I'll say.
I think Indy, that pause by Indy, I think he knew it was a strike. Rivera looked in like it was a strike. 2-1.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah, see if we can get this cutter out over the plate just a little bit.
2-1 to Chavez. He was thinking with you. 2-2. Mariners down to their last strike.
That fastball right there on the inside half of the plate wasn't quite to the corner.
Here comes Rivera with the 2-2 to Chavez. Just got a piece of it, found it back.
Fastball at the top of the strike zone, too close to take as he fouls it straight back.
2-1 ball game. 2-2, 2 out. Pitch to Indy Chavez from Rivera. Flipped foul. Do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mariano Rivera is ready. Pitch to Indy Chavez. Hit the other way. Base hit left field. Inning continues. So Indy with a big knock. And that'll bring up Michael Saunders.
Good battle. He finally gets a pitch off of his hands. It's up and out over the plate as he slaps it into left field. So Indy now 3 for 7 as a pinch hitter this year. It's a good at bat on the 7th pitch. Lines it into left.
Raul Ibanez, the tying run at second base. The winning run, Indy Chavez at first. Michael Saunders 0 for 3. First pitch from Mariano. Popped it up. Left field. Wells. Ball game. 2-1 Yankees. Save number 631 for Rivera. Makes a winner out of David Robertson. For Robertson, he's now 4-1. And Medina takes the loss. That's the final time we'll see Mariano Rivera here in Seattle. And Mike, we saw him in back-to-back days come up big with saves.
Yeah, we were hoping that wouldn't be the case. The Mariners, though, the story, only scoring 1 run yesterday and coming back with just 1 today. They were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Didn't give themselves many opportunities in this one today. Felix was outstanding once again. In fact, the Mariner pitching staff overall was, but unfortunately, just 1 run on the scoreboard.
So the Yankees take the series 3-1. They take the season series 4-3. Godspeed, Mariano Rivera. It was a pleasure watching you live here, both at Yankee Stadium and at Safeco Field. 2-1 Yankees, the final. Brad and Bill, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. And now we can say that that is the last time we will see that man, Mariano Rivera, number 42, close out a game here in Seattle.